This episode contains adult themes and is not appropriate for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, the world. This is They Will Kill, a true crime podcast. I'm Sadie Eck.
And I'm Courtney Eck.
And we are sisters.
Sure as shit are.
We're going to talk to you about some murder today.
Correct.
And that's all I have to say about it.
Nailed that intro. Nailed it. Woo!
I mean, get better every time. Every time.
You're very good at intros.
Thanks.
Just not today.
No, it's okay. I don't have to be good at intros.
No, I know. They're the hardest part.
Uh-huh.
I'll just
So
take it
there you
away.
go, guys. Goodbye.
Yep. Goodbye. Podcast canceled. We can't do it anymore.
Do you want to just jump right in?
I'm going to jump right in to the twisted tale of the Facebook murders.
Ooh.
I love this online stuff.
You know what?
What?
Oh, well, it's a good thing I read a lot of articles about murder. I think I was researching this one, but I don't remember a thing about it except for the title. So,
yay!
Tell me about it. I can't wait.
Let me take you there. So this twisted tale takes place in Mountain City, Tennessee in 2011. Mountain City is your stereotypical small town. Everybody knows everybody and everything about them. It's made up of about 2,500 people and is nestled in the Appalachian Mountains, so there's no privacy or anonymity. Janelle Potter, who was in her late 20s, and her parents, Barbara and Buddy, had recently moved to Mountain City from Philadelphia, so were not accustomed to small-town life. Janelle's father, Buddy, was a Marine and Vietnam vet who spent his time in the service rescuing POWs and was rumored to have worked on CIA missions as well. From the outside, the family seemed like your typical God-fearing family who love their country and their guns, so much so that they even packed heat while gardening.
Oh, Lord.
I know, there's a picture of them with, like, a full bandolero with, like, bullets and everything, just
Wow.
locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with my hydrangeas.
So
yeah.
No. I work in an antique shop once a week, and it's all masked, right?
Yep.
Because that's what Indiana wants and what is smart.
Yep.
The other day, a guy came in without a mask on, and I was like, oh, excuse me. And he turns around, and he has this huge gun on his hip. And I was like, just let me know if I can help you with anything.
That's wise.
It's so awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, he was doing that very much on purpose.
100%. Yep. Not going to pick that battle.
Nope. Barbara and Buddy were getting older and had retired and were on disability, and Buddy's mobility was somewhat limited as he had to use an oxygen tank to breathe properly. Janelle was a very socially awkward person, spoke in a high childlike voice, piled her bed high with dolls and toys, and was finding it especially hard to find friends in her tiny new town.
How old is she?
She was in her late 20s. She was almost 30.
Okay.
She also suffered from health issues, including type 1 diabetes, so her parents were very codependent and overprotective, to the point that Janelle didn't drive a car or hold a job.
Oh, no.
Buddy and Barbara believed that Janelle would never survive without their constant care and oversight, and so rarely gave her space to enjoy life on her own. And when they did, she had to abide by their strict curfew and rules. Janelle turned to social media as her only real outlet for socialization and spent most of her time online, despite the fact that her parents monitored her Facebook page.
She's almost 30 years old.
Yep. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. It's a lot.
I don't want to, like, start throwing out judgments yet, but oy,
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Intense.
It's pretty intense. There's a video of her mom, like, putting her lip gloss on her, and she's, in her 30s. Her sister, Her sister Christine, who'd been estranged from the family for most of her adult life, said, quote, "Instead of being herself, my parents tried to make her fit in. They also, in the same breath, would say how different she was, and then she became unable to make friends normally." Mm-hmm. Janelle made occasional trips into town with her parents to pick up food and prescriptions. Her parents kept a close eye on her during these trips, monitoring who she interacted with to make sure she wasn't befriending dangerous-seeming people. On one trip, a pharmacist named Tracy Greenwell reached out to Janelle and stuck up a friendship, inviting her to go hiking with she and some friends. She'd seen Janelle around town and said she felt sorry for her, having to spend so much time alone or with her parents, but with no friends of her own in her new town. On the hiking trip, Tracy introduced Janelle to her brother Billy Payne, who was by... You already don't like him.
No, I'm fine with him. I'm worried about her parents not approving.
Oh. Well, she was able to go out sometimes. She did spend time outside, but it was like no drugs, no drinking, no, inappropriate outfits. Be home by midnight at the very latest.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
No. So Tracy introduced Janelle to her brother Billy Payne, who was by all accounts a very friendly guy who loved to socialize and joke with everyone. Everyone reported that Janelle developed a fast crush on Billy, but Billy was already engaged to Billie Jean Hayworth, who was equally fun and social, and the two loved spending time outdoors together.
Oh, Billy and Billie Jean.
Billy and Billie Jean, baby. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So cute,
Wow.
though. So cute. The two had a very loving relationship and recently had a little boy together.
They
Janelle.
name him Billy, too.
Yes, God, please. If there's a God, they name their baby Billy. Billy. It's so cute.
It's so cute.
It's like George Foreman having all the Georges.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I support it.
too.
Janelle did meet an available bachelor on the trip, Billy's cousin Jamie Curd. Jamie was in his later 30s and was also described as an extremely, quote, socially reclusive person, keeping mostly to himself, rarely speaking, and frequently wearing his sunglasses indoors.
Oh, no.
Which is a look. That is a statement.
Yeah.
While Janelle clearly had feelings for Billy, Jamie went out of his way to spend more time with her, and so she accepted his invitations to see more of each other. Jamie gave Janelle a cell phone so they could communicate every day for an hour or two at a time, and eventually the two were in an official relationship. Janelle also continued to spend time with Tracy, going to the mall and out to eat, having a blast like girlfriends do. People who knew Janelle around this time reported that she seemed overjoyed to have a new friend group and relished the time she got to spend with them. Unfortunately, Janelle was forced to keep her relationship secret from her parents, fearing they'd disapprove and force her to end it. It turned out that Janelle was Jamie's first girlfriend ever, and he fell head over heels for her, so would do anything to keep her close. Jamie was very skilled when it came to computers and repairing them, so Janelle used the excuse that the family computer needed maintenance to justify Jamie's visits. Just when things had started to look up for Janelle and she finally had the friends and relationship that she longed for so long, strange things began to occur. She claimed to be receiving strange prank phone calls and that people were throwing trash in her yard and rocks at her house. She began receiving anonymous comments on Facebook that said things like, quote, "You're ugly, no one likes you, and loser." She said she was being constantly harassed, and one night she called the police after she found a rock in her yard that had Billy printed on one side and Billie Jean on the other, and, quote, "I am your huckleberry" around the edge.
What?
I don't have the slightest clue what "I am your huckleberry" is supposed to mean.
Well, I'm sure we could look it up, but
Nah.
not gonna.
Janelle determined that Billy and Billie Jean must have been her tormentors and began talking to anyone who would listen about her ordeal. Janelle took to Facebook in an attempt to ward off her cyberbullies and began posting derogatory statements on her page about Billy and Billie Jean and what they were doing to her. Other people chimed in and the intensity of the posts grew. Here's an example of a conversation on one of the posts. And this reminds me so much of home, I just gotta say. Like not everybody we grew up with is like this, but there are a sweet little choice handful, few that they just let it all hang out on there. And I love it. I live for it. So this is someone named Dan White responding to comments made by people named Matt and Kelly about Billie Jean Hayworth and two of her friends. So Dan says, "Wow, Matt and Kelly. I knew she was bad, but I had no clue she was off the deep end. She is crazy, that's for sure. Sounds like all of them are. I know Billie Jean Hayworth. That bitch has lived with more guys and had more sex with 80% of Mountain City. And Miss Thomas would say half of Mountain City. I don't know what this part means. Then you trade and Butler, and you have Doe, and then Johnson County, and then Kingsport. She's been all over, and she does have HIV. This is all around town. And Miss Osborne, she will give it to anyone. Her poor husband, he's a nice guy, but he would never want to be home with her. I think when his baby is 18, he will leave her dumbass too. She is a whore too. I agree with you both. And this girl, Janelle, I do know as in passing, but she's a good girl and was brought up right. You can tell everything is, well, you're welcome and hello and thank you, and she's just a sweet girl. I will be praying for Janelle. As far as the other ones go, they're no good whore sluts, and that is carrying something and giving it to everyone. Damn girls. They live in high school still, and they need to grow up.
Wow.
This is Matt's response. It's really hard to read this because, as you can imagine, the grammar isn't...
Right.
It's basically non-existent. There is zero grammar. It's just one big, long sentence.
Right.
Janelle is a sweet person, and people try to get her, but she has a lot of us behind her if she knows us or not. But her dad is big time, and he will deal with the rest of this shit. They're fucking whores, and that's all this town is, and drugs. I've known for sure...
Sorry.
It's all right. I know for sure Billie Jean and Miss Thomas did drugs together, and I know Miss Thomas does meth. She gets off Jason. I know way too much, LOL.
Oh, God.
I love that Janelle is not like them. She stayed sweet. They are dumb assholes. Motherfuckers get what's coming their way, and they don't know who I am. Well, I guess Billy Payne don't know that I have his number and his phone is being taped, which I think is supposed to be tapped. Ha! I know what he said about Janelle, and it was wrong. He's at fucking work when these girls are doing this to Janelle. We got our stuff, and Janelle, I'm sure, has stuff too. I'm going to be posting numbers if they don't stop bugging Janelle, and then all kinds of people will be calling them. I have cells to home phone numbers. Fucking Billie Jean Hayworth is getting so fat with that baby. She looks like a chipmunk. CHIPMONK. That's eating too many nuts. LOL. I hope she loses that baby in time.
Oh, no.
It don't need a mother like Billie Jean, and Billy, he's no father by the way he acts and talks. Sooner they move out of town, the better. I think something about getting a house. I hope he can't get it. I hope they have to live out in the woods. More better for Chipmunk. She can't make friends out there and fuck deer and bear and whatever else. I hope a bear would eat her, but the way she looks, it would go running the other way. LOL.
Oh, my God.
Ugly ass bitch whore. Can't
No.
Can't leave no one alone. Druggy whore ass bitch. Go fuck a damn tree for all I care.
Oh.
Leave Janelle alone.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like
something else.
It's at first you're like, ha ha ha, oh God, oh no, this is not good. Like,
yeah.
And then wow.
Yeah. It's endless. It's relentless. And
wow.
yes, very creative. I will give them that.
Right.
This is just one of billion. It's very...
I can imagine.
Yeah. I tried to curate the social media stuff because it's endless. And it's very hard to know where it ends and begins for lots of reasons.
Oof.
Yep. You're welcome,
I get uncomfortable on social media when, like, I say I have a... I don't know, like, I don't like to talk at all about anything. I can't imagine just laying it all out there.
Well, and it's like when the black squares happened for Black Lives Matter, and then you wake up and your friends are like, oh, you weren't supposed to post that, and you're like, oh, fuck, oh my God, I'm a terrible person, oh, I screwed it up, Imagine just people being like, go fuck a tree, and what?
No, I can't imagine.
It's a lot.
Yep, it really is.
So Billie and Billie Jean would comment back on social media that her statements weren't true, but she stood by her claims that they are harassing and abusing her. In January of 2012, Janelle claimed the harassment escalated when Billie and Billie Jean started hacking into her Facebook and sending her messages threatening to have her raped or assaulted. She was terrified and continued to reach out to anyone who would listen or vent her fear and frustration about the unsolicited attacks. Simultaneously, Janelle and her mother Barbara began receiving messages from someone named Chris who claimed he was a former classmate of Janelle's and worked for the CIA. Barbara and Janelle kept the shocking messages to themselves at first, each afraid to alarm the other. Chris said he was a widower and shared that he loved dogs, and he and Barbara struck up a very close online friendship.
I'm sorry, Barbara's Janelle's mom?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I had it straight. Yeah. Okay.
Barbara even began to call Chris son, and he referred to her as mom in return.
Don't like it.
Chris claimed that Billy and Billie Jean were, quote, the personification of evil and wanted to rape and murder Janelle because she was a virgin.
What?
That old motive.
Jesus.
Gotta get rid of them. They're just too chaste. I hate it.
I know.
He claimed he'd been surveilling Billy and his, quote, gang, that Billy was a drug dealer and Billie Jean was a whore, and that their daughter was in grave danger.
Jesus.
Chris claimed that Billy was in a prominent and dangerous gang, and they'd put a hit out on Janelle. For that virgin stuff. Gangs hate virgins, apparently.
Hey, Lord.
Janelle also confessed to Jamie that she was being harassed by his cousin Billy and his girlfriend Billie Jean. Despite any family loyalty, Jamie quickly took Janelle's side as he loved her and couldn't believe his family member could do such mean and awful things to her. He promised to protect her no matter what. The online feud between Janelle and Billie Jean escalated, and Janelle continued to make claims of harassment and posted that Billy was a bad father and other derogatory remarks. Billie Jean fought back, calling Janelle a, quote, fat, ugly toad, and saying that, quote, someone should kill Janelle. Finally, Billy and Billie Jean unfriended Janelle online, hoping to put the feud to bed once and for all. It was like a total Hatfield versus the McCoys at that point, you know?
Right. Well, I think I would have unfriended them a while ago, but...
Yeah, you know how it is. You're in a small town. It's kind of fun. It's kind of exciting. Like, let's see where this goes.
You have nothing else to do.
Totally. Barbara had continued her correspondence with Chris from the CIA, and they discussed what to do as Janelle seemed less and less safe as a result of Billy's wrath. Chris said he had a plan to stop the dangerous gang member and his girlfriend, and said that he could help Buddy reactivate his CIA status to help him carry out the mission. Because remember, her father, Buddy, had been a Marine and said he had ties to the CIA. Chris claimed that Billie Jean was also a member of the gang and a key participant in the plot against Janelle. When Barbara and Buddy finally discussed the messages with Janelle, she said it was all true and that they'd claimed they wanted her dead because Billie Jean was jealous because Janelle was, quote, too pretty to live.
Wow.
I mean, if that's not a hell of a statement, I don't know what is.
That's amazing. Wow.
Chris said that based on his surveillance, they didn't have much time and encouraged the family to recruit Jamie Curd to help Buddy complete his mission. A friend of Billy Payne's had been having his mail sent to the Payne's house, and he stopped by to see if there was any to collect on January 31st, 2012. He said that the house was quiet when he entered, which surprised him, as the couple and their baby were usually pretty lively. He called out to the couple and wandered the house until he made a truly gruesome discovery. He found their infant son, covered in blood and, quote, eerily silent, but still alive, cradled in his dead mother's arms.
Oh, shut your mouth.
Nope, I cannot.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I'm so sorry for them.
Yes. So sorry. Both Billy and Billie Jean were clearly dead, and Billy had also been shot in the head and his throat had been cut. Police determined that the murders were personal based on the fact that Billy's throat had been cut in addition to having been shot. When police questioned friends and family about who could have done this, everyone immediately thought of the Potters and the online dispute. Police questioned the family, who maintained their innocence and feigned shock that someone would do such an awful thing to the young family and leave a baby with no parents. Police learned of Janelle's relationship with Jamie and brought him in as well. It was clear from Jamie's behavior during the interview that he knew something and was on the verge of telling what he knew, so detectives pushed even harder. After around an hour of questioning, Jamie caved and began telling the police what happened on that awful night. He claimed that Buddy invited him over on January 30th to work on the family computer. While he was there, Buddy asked if Jamie would, quote, do him a favor. Buddy asked Jamie to, quote, take him down next to Billy Payne's house, let him out and go down the road and come back and pick him up. He didn't specify a day and time, but Jamie agreed to help. Janelle followed up that night by telling Jamie that Buddy needed his help to, quote, do something, and later texted, quote, I would not take your cell phone with you in the morning, love. The next day, January 31st, 2012, Jamie received a call from Buddy early in the morning asking if he was available to help him with, quote, that favor.
No. The answer is no.
No, I'm busy. Suddenly I'm very busy.
Got shit to do. TTYL.
TTYL. Got to go to the sunglasses hut to get extra sunglasses to wear indoors.
Right.
And he really did wear them all the time, even in
Lord.
the police interview. I know, I kind of like it. Kind of support it.
Well, I still don't, I mean, I know who not to like for sure, but I don't know if
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Jamie agreed and went with Buddy to the Payne's house, but still wasn't sure why he was there. When they arrived, Buddy gave Jamie a gun, and Jamie insisted he wasn't going to kill anyone. Buddy agreed that he wouldn't have to, but that he needed him to, quote, stand by that door. Jamie stood at the door while Buddy went down the hallway and entered the first bedroom. Jamie heard Billy Payne say, "What the hell?" and Billie Jean ran out of the bedroom and further down the hallway. Jamie then heard a gunshot. Moments later, Buddy came out of the bedroom and looked at Jamie. Jamie pointed down the hallway in the direction of Billie Jean, and Buddy proceeded down the hall. Jamie looked inside the first bedroom and saw Billy lying on the bed. When Jamie heard another gunshot, he ran out of the residence and back across the field to Buddy's vehicle. He gave the gun back to Buddy when Buddy returned. After the murders, Buddy dropped off Jamie at the end of his driveway. Jamie got out of the vehicle, walked across the road, and, quote, got sick.
I can't imagine.
Fuck no.
I really, oh, God.
I know. You just show up to help out your girlfriend's dad, and then, ta-da!
No.
You're murdering the parents of a 7-month-old baby.
No.
He then went to Mrs. Curd's trailer because he did not want to be alone. I'm assuming that's his mother. He told Miss Curd that he had received a text message from Chris that said, quote, the problem was over.
No.
As police were wrapping up the interview with Jamie, he asked them a question that they weren't expecting. He asked if the CIA were present. Jamie explained that he and Buddy had been recruited by the CIA to neutralize a faction of a large gang and intercept Janelle's would-be assassins. Police then gained access to the family's emails and started the task of combing through the insane exchanges between the Potters and their CIA contact, Chris.
Okay, so, how do we get it across to people's brains that this isn't how the CIA works? I mean, and maybe it is, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that if somebody's like, hey, I got connections with the CIA and you've got to help me with this gang of trying to eliminate virgins, you can just assume that is a lie.
Well, you would assume that people would know a lot of things, but if anything, the last 6 months has taught us anything.
I know.
It's that a lot of people don't know a lot of things that they should probably know to be adult humans living and breathing and working in this world.
It just blows my mind.
Me too.
I don't understand it.
Me too. Also, if your daughter's in her 20s, she should be able to drive and have friends and a life and not live with you and have dolls and fucking toys all over the place, too.
Yes, 100%.
She could put on her own lip gloss.
Oh, I'm very uncomfortable over here.
It's very uncomfortable making. Based on the strange structure and voice used in the emails, it quickly became clear to detectives that Chris was actually Janelle Potter.
Right. Okay. Yes.
The emails centered almost entirely around Janelle and her concerns, not concerns for national security.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, Jamie testified at trial that he asked investigators about CIA involvement because Buddy had told him he was CIA. He said that he was, quote, hoping the CIA had his back and that Chris was real. However, he acknowledged that Chris did not exist and never existed. Jamie testified that he was manipulated by the Potter family. He explained, quote, well, I mean, I thought Chris was real. I mean, I thought that there was, someone that I was talking to there, and Janelle and the way she would talk to me, it was like a a bonding, a family.
Oh,
and it's
God.
like, it's all a lie. You know.
I feel very sad for him.
I do too. He was an easy target.
Yeah.
As it would turn out, Janelle's feelings for Billy had only intensified over time, and she spent hours stalking and messaging him online. When he failed to respond to any of her messages, she started to build her strange and psychotic revenge against Billy and his family. It was a true, if I can't have you, no one can sort of scenario.
That is so fucked up.
So fucked up.
Like, it makes me sick to my stomach.
Yes! She barely knew them.
No.
He didn't lead her on. He didn't... I mean, even if he had. But there was nothing. Nothing.
No. Awful. God.
She staged her own bullying to gain sympathy from her family and loved ones, and then took her bizarre plan to the next level by inventing CIA agent Chris to manipulate her parents and boyfriend to carry out her homicidal wishes. And there were a lot of other people who said that Janelle would talk about Chris, her friend Chris, all the time. So she had like fully integrated the fantasy into her entire life. Yeah. So police searched the Potters' home, and inside Janelle's room they found a stack of photographs of Billie Jean and some of her friends that had been printed from the internet with the words die and other derogatory terms scrawled across each one.
Wow.
Like a real 90s thriller movie, you guys.
Seriously?
Real early 2000s. Like, they found the photos and the eyes were scratched out of it.
It's so stupid.
I know.
To do that is stupid. To then do that and keep it
Yes.
is so stupid.
Yes, very juvenile. I think it's a real good... I mean, she's also a criminal mastermind, simultaneously like a teenager baby and a criminal mastermind.
That's what happens when you put the lip gloss on your 30-year-old daughter.
Yes, that's exactly right. They get really fucking weird.
Yep.
The photos and other evidence all pointed to Janelle's overwhelming jealousy as the motive for the cyberstalking, catfishing, and eventual murder of Billy Payne and Billie Jean Hayworth. Barbara and Buddy truly believed that their precious daughter's life was at stake, and so made the ultimate sacrifice to contain the threat and protect their child.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy.
You call the police.
Yes.
Like, if you truly think that's happening and there's some gang killing the virgins, you call the police.
That
Hey,
would be the logical first step to take.
Can you
yes.
check into this for me before
But
I
if-
go and murder a mother while she's holding her fucking baby?
Yeah, but if you're a guy who wears his Glock to garden
Yeah.
and has these like delusions of grandeur, and you're a Vietnam vet, you probably have some issues from that.
Well, and you're making your 30-year-old daughter stay
never
at home
leave.
and- yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's because you're like, you also believe that Wayfair is a sex trafficking organization. You know, like you're that kind of person.
Yeah. God, I hate it.
The Potters had grown up with the legend of Bobby's service and alleged CIA missions, and so it wasn't a huge leap for the parents to take to believe that the CIA had taken notice of their family and the gang who was out to get them. And assuming that Bobby really was in the CIA, I could see him being like, oh yeah, they're back. The Brotherhood is back and they need my help or whatever. You know what I mean? And even if he wasn't involved with the CIA, I could see him being like, I certainly cannot blow my cover. I want so badly to be in the CIA. I've been talking about it for all these years. You know what I mean?
So crazy.
So Buddy, Barbara, and Janelle Potter were all found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Good.
They were all sentenced to 2 concurrent life sentences, which means it will take at least 51 years before they're eligible for parole.
Good.
Jamie Curd pled guilty to 2 counts of facilitating first-degree murder and received 25 years with the possibility of parole.
God, I'm very conflicted.
I know!
So, you know, it's like, I guess he could have then immediately gone to the police or something.
Yes.
That would have made it better.
Yes. Correct.
Like, he should get a punishment, but 25 years.
I know.
I don't know.
I know. I mean, I
Very
guess...
conflicted.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very unfortunate situation to be in. Because he could have tried to stop Bobby, but he knew Bobby. I mean, Bobby, every picture of him, he's got his Vietnam hat on and his fucking Glock on his hip. This is not a man that you're going to fuck with. You're also, like, madly in love with this girl.
Right.
She's your first and only girlfriend. You're in your late 30s, and this is your first and only girlfriend. You know, you just...
Well, and you're the reality that shifts when something like that happens.
Yes.
I'm imagining it would be crazy. Like to just be like, okay, I'll help you with this thing, and then all of a sudden being in the middle of this terrible murder. And
you're like, I don't want my girlfriend to get hurt, but yikes.
Wow. Yuck.
I know. Isn't that a kooky one?
I hate it.
I know. I love it. I love it, and I hate it. I hate that these poor kids just get murdered for absolutely no reason.
No. That's so sad.
I know. And it also, I love 80s horror, and they, like, 80s horror loved, like, a stunted growth kind of villain, you know? And she's very much a stunted growth villain. I mean, my heart goes out to her. It's like Gypsy Rose. I very much do not think that Gypsy Rose, she was a victim.
Yeah.
Big time.
100%.
Major big time. Janelle Potter definitely had overbearing parents. There's definitely some abuse that comes with that and not being able to live your life. But Janelle Potter was a psychopath. That is psychopathic behavior.
Yes. Yeah, it's one of those where I'm sure it triggered something that happened, you know, but she was on the road. It just sort of pushed her.
Yep, right over the edge.
You know, we know so many people that grew up with overprotective parents, and they, as far as I know, aren't conspiring to murder innocent people.
Totally. We also all have those friends who, like, something's always wrong in their life, and you're like, oh, that happened too. Wow, you know, and pull back the curtain a little bit, and you're like, yeah, you really want attention, and that's how you get it, you know. Not that we shouldn't believe people, but there are certain people that you're like, yeah, it's just a lot, you know, like every single person that you come in contact with is trying to hurt you in some way or kill you, you know.
Right.
It's a bit of a red flag.
When they're saying things like she's too pretty to live, it's probably not true.
It's not a good motive for murder. It's not a common motive for murder.
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry for Billy and Billie Jean and Billy Jr. It makes me so sad.
So sad. It's so sad.
Oh, God.
I know, they were so happy and everybody loved them so much. They were like the little bright light in the
It's
community.
always how it goes, man.
I know.
I say it every time. That's always how it goes.
Yes.
Let the bright lights shine. Do not murder them, please.
Yes. If you cannot access their divinity, find your own.
Seriously.
Figure it out. Don't try to take it from other people and kill it into other people.
God.
That is the worst. I feel like that is the worst sin. I think that's the worst possible thing you can do, is to just try to steal somebody else's light.
Couldn't agree more.
So, there you go.
Wow. Well, thanks for that fucked up shit.
You're welcome. And the video of Janelle getting the lip gloss put on by Barbara was from inside prison. So
you are kidding me.
Nope. Getting her all pretty for her interview with CBS News.
Well, I'm going to go watch that right now.
I know. I really, really, really tried to find a video of Janelle saying something like really creepy in her baby voice, but I couldn't find anything.
Ugh, God.
It's pretty creepy.
Well,
yeah,
that was awful.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good job.
You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. What's next with your life? I'm suddenly very hungry, so my words, humor, done.
What's next with my life is that you need to go eat your nachos before they get soggy. I feel like there was something, but I don't know. We're still working on our merch store.
Yes.
That should be hitting us out pretty soon.
Hitting us out 2020.
Yeah.
Hitting us out late August 2020.
Yep. Go vote. Been thinking about that a lot.
God.
Right now, if you don't want to go to the polls, right now, get your ballot, your absentee ballot.
Yep.
Fill it out. Send it back.
Yes.
Please.
And listen, if you want to vote in person, and that's the safest and best way for your vote to count, I'm not kidding. I will sponsor you to take a day off of work.
Yes.
I feel like this is something that we should probably... I don't have the ability to like put together a spreadsheet and manage it, but I will definitely drive people to vote in my town, and I will announce that well up to the time that it's the day of voting.
Right.
But I swear to God, you guys, if you cannot take the time off of work, you cannot afford to, but you want to, I will I will Venmo you the money. I'll Venmo you half up front and then half upon proof of voting. I don't know what that is, the sticker, whatever. I will pay for you to take a day off work because Seriously. It is that important. Please vote.
Please, please, please.
If this is Big Dick McGillicuddy trying to get a day off of work, I will pay for that too. Seriously, because it's just important. Vote.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whose side who is on. Everyone needs to go vote.
Yes, and
it's important. And you need to be able to do it safely.
Yes.
And timely.
Yes.
And
you shouldn't try to steal the election. It should be fair. It should be what we do.
Right.
All the time, and it should make sense, and it doesn't. So I will help it make sense by paying for you to take the day off of work.
Yep. That's what I've been thinking about a lot lately.
Yeah, that's, I think, all that everyone's been thinking about a lot lately. The other thing I was thinking about today, this is pretty hard-hitting stuff, you guys. Do you remember Big Johnson shirts?
Yes, I do.
My thought was, were those a thing everywhere, or were those just a thing in, like, central and southern Indiana?
I don't know the answer to that.
You guys, please enlighten us. Did you have a Big Johnson shirt? Did your friends have them? Did your siblings have them? What did they say? What did your Big Johnson shirt say? I feel like they all said, like, Big Johnson, wet in barbecue sauce or something like that. Stick it in the barbecue sauce.
I'm looking it up. What made you think of that?
No idea whatsoever. No fucking idea. I was just driving along like, I remember Big Johnson shirts. Was that a thing everywhere? I feel like it was a thing everywhere. It was like No Fear, Big Johnson. But then I could also see Big Johnson being a very specifically Southern Indiana thing.
Yeah, I'm not...
Big Johnson.
Big Johnson Bait Shack with a bunch of naked ladies on it.
Yep.
You won't need to be a master baiter. I should have read this before.
Nope.
You won't need to be a master baiter when she sees the size of your Johnson.
There you go. Stick it in the barbecue sauce. Yep. They were all like that. What's this one say?
Oh my god.
Big Johnson deep socket wrenches. You'll always get a big nut off when you'll always get a big nut off when you've got a Big Johnson.
It's not even like rhyme.
It's awkward.
Big Johnson contractors. We don't stop until you get drilled, nailed, and hammered.
Oh my god. This is such a 90s thing. Like,
yeah, and tell us about your Big Johnson shirts, you guys.
Did you have them? What did they have? Was it the surf one? Was it the catch and snapper? It's easy to reel them in when you've got a Big Johnson.
God, for a happily married woman and a lesbian, we talk about
ding-a-lings, ding-dongs.
A lot. Tallywhackers.
Tallywhackers. It's true. Somebody's got to. It's for society. We're doing our part. Society.
No.
Okay, you guys. So
right.
we need to talk about Big Johnson t-shirts on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter at They Will Kill. You can email us at theywillkillpodcast@gmail.com. You can check out our website, which is theywillkill.com.
Rate, review, subscribe, please.
Yes, please. Somebody gave us a 1-star, and it's, what did it say? Not good, not great.
I mean, can't really argue with him.
What was his name? Bear
Goose.
Goose Bear, 1950. All right, Bear Goose, 1950.
Yeah, I get it.
Thank you, AJ Bergantz, for our music. You can borrow this tune, and I might bring back the lawsuit.
It's been a while. Is that all?
That's it, baby.
All right, man. And remember,
you can't get your sockets off unless you got a Big Johnson. You can crank them down, but you can't get them off.
You can be a masturbator.
You can be a masturbator if you got a Big Johnson.
Got some worms. Oh wait, that's not how it goes.
You can't be a co-pilot if your cockpit doesn't have a Johnson in it.
There you go. Oh, we love you so much. Thanks for listening.
We love you so much. Goodbye. Goodbye.